Some of you may remember her as Peggy Craig, who grew up in a family with 6 children. Having brothers and sisters was the greatest gift our parents gave us. We were crazy, loud, had fun, ate a lot of good food, and my mom was a great cook. Aside from these, there is nothing in the world like having brothers and sisters. We lived in the middle of the block with a full lot on each side of the house. To our right was a ball field that was used on a daily basis. All we had to do was walk out the door and a game would begin. Along with neighbors and friends, there was always enough for 2 teams and we played for hours. Basketball was another sport. We walked out our back door to play. Running was the thing all 6 of us great kids could do. We all had that in common. Back in the day, when school buses didn't pick you up and deliver you 8 blocks away, you learned to run. Not because we couldn't wait to get to school, because it was the only way to stay warm. I'd like to give you a feeling of Peggy as a young girl growing. You might have seen Peggy outside riding her unicycle. She did that up to just a few years ago. She still does it. Giving someone rides in our old rickshaw. I don't know how many times my dad got that welded. Or enjoying her Suzuki 100. She shared that with my little sister Penny. Now I have 3 short stories I'm going to share with you. So bear with me, the first one's kind of funny. It's about a fire story. So my dad liked to watch the news in silence. When Peggy was little and yakking and talking, and he took her aside and said, Peggy, you can't talk while I'm watching the news. Just don't talk while I watch the news. Just wait till the commercial comes. Next day, here's Peggy. She's just nervous, and Dad's trying to ignore and watch the news, and she's just fretting and stewing, and finally we get a commercial, and Peggy says, "The shed's on fire!" Coming down the road. And then I know she has high school friends here. Just wave your, put your hands up so they can see these high school girls. Where are you? Over here, okay. They remember Peggy's honking stories best. I don't know if any of you got to hear her honk or not, but she could honk. So they would have your basketball, when you all go to the gym and play the basketball game. You know what to call those? Pep rally, yes. So somebody say, hey, let's get Peggy honking. Boy, she would stand up right where she was at and just honk. They would go crazy. So the third story I chose to share is a little softer and sweeter. We lived about a block and a half from the creek. So we would go down looking for pollywogs. And we'd look and we'd look and we'd look and we'd look, and all of a sudden there'd be pollywogs. Boy, we're bringing them home and we put them on a little bowl on a dresser, and we would feed them and watch them and change the water, run back down the creek, get new water. And then we really got so good at it, we'd have little frogs hopping out. That was always a fun thing to do. And when we couldn't keep them that way, so we would take them all the way back to the creek because we thought they'd have a better chance to live. So now I'm going to tell you in a minute a little bit about her track records. That's the braggy part. But I first want to say that her claim to fame is not a track record. It is her love for God, her husband, her children, her grandchildren, and each one of you. I don't have the sheet, Roger. That was page 2. That is so mean. I will try to tell you about his record. He has 2 records now for 49 years. 1 record for 48. And she has 2 that were broken. I remember her running long jump was 17 feet 2 inches, and she was a freshman. Then she jumped, and then she ran 426 seconds, 26 minutes, point 3. Was that the what, Lori?
It was the 220.
The 220. Yeah, it was the 220. Yes, thank you. Do you remember the other one? So, she also was in the state. She went to state all 4 years of her freshman of high school. She could run, and she would run every track meet. So really, she would be sick afterwards, because she always gave it her all. Like, she gave everything 100%, and she was not going to lose. She was going to do as best she could do. This part is touching to all of us. She made us feel wonderful. If you spent 5 minutes or 5 hours or 5 days or luckily the whole week, she made you feel good. When you left, you felt good. When you got there, you were happy to see her. And I think I see somebody back there that we used to go to the movies with. I'm not sure. We'd take someone to the movies and watch them. One of probably the most important accomplishments was meeting the love of her life, and that was Alan Bryson. And with Alan came a son. And Brittany and Leanne didn't have any brothers yet, but a brother came. And I know that he's awesome and wonderful. And now he has a wife, Candace, and their family is really, well, not completely complete, because I imagine there'll be some more kids coming. But I guess you get the picture that she was one heck of an athlete, but that's not what's most important. What is most important was Peggy's spirit for life. This is what we loved and received from Peggy. I tend to think that the spirit of hers is why most of us are here today. We loved Peggy for lots of different reasons. Finally, how great it is to be here this morning with you, sharing about Peggy Jo. We as my whole family, all of us, we loved her and miss her already. Peggy knew what was important and always had her priorities right. And her greatest claim to fame was just being herself. Peggy was always just herself. She knew how to convey warmth, caring, and she was very, very giving. God, her family, and friends were her life. Please know that Peggy would want us to tell you that she loves each and every one of you. We are all so thankful for you being here today. Thank you.